Yeah, international students typically will have to compete with local graduates from our Singapore government-run schools. The important aspect of it is that there are some areas of job that will be very much needed from international students, particularly if the organizations has a presence in the country that the students are from. This helps them to expand their business effectively if they can hire somebody who can speak the same language and understand the same culture. But they will have to compete with company quota and all that for foreign visa work pass application. But in general, I think many organizations welcome and will give fair considerations for international students. When you're looking for a job, everyone faces same issue, particularly if you are a fresh graduate. Important thing is how international students need to present themselves in terms of their ability and why companies should hire them, in spite of the fact that they graduate from a private school or they are international students. What I really encourage is that international students should try to make their ability to communicate better, especially in the English language. I think that helps a lot. CVs and resumes are really very subjective. Unlike students who are studying in our government-run universities, they may have opportunity to participate more in other activities within the school. For private education institutions, largely because they are here to get an education. So most private institutions are based on teaching centers. But I encourage students that whenever they are in a private education institution, if there's any student activity, any volunteering work and all that, I think they should do their best to participate. And then that can be reflected in their CVs. It then shows that they are assimilating to the culture in Singapore and willing to participate in various activities that's organized for them. If they have the entry requirements to enter a course, they would be deemed as ability to finish the program. However, of course, in terms of the grades and all that, it does make a difference. So I do encourage students, whether you're a bachelor or master degree or PhD, diploma and so on and so forth, I think it's important to strive for the best results. Not that the results will reflect that you are a capable person, but the results in general does reflect a person's attitude towards learning. Career path comes back to students' interests. I think that's something that we have to examine first. However, students must be aware that an interest may not be something they can get hired for. They need to understand if their interest is something that can be monetized in any way or form. If their interest is something that they can add more value, then they can pursue in that direction. If they freshly graduate, I will encourage that they can take upon a job as early as possible, because that creates a gap for you to find a full-time job. Some students will say, I only want to work in things that I'm interested in, but if that don't come, then you're having a long gap. In spite of the fact that society or companies can accept a shorter work term periods in your CV and all that, but in general, if it's too frequent change of job, then it's actually a very big disadvantage to that person.